Hey you guys, I'll be going over my top 5 tips to have an easy transfer process from going from a community college or a different four-year university into going into a newer and bigger four-year university. And stay tuned till the end because I'll be having a bonus tip just for you guys. And so tip number 1 is just to be using the Transfer Student Association to the max. This is huge because these are all people who are in the same boat as you, and they're all looking just to get more integrated into the new university that they're at. And the people who are running the organization are great because they know how to respond to a lot of the questions that you will have, because we're not getting a new student orientation. We aren't new students technically because we're in the fact that we already transferred in maybe with an associate's degree or maybe coming in from a different four-year university. So go to the people running that club to get as much information about questions that you have in particular, and make sure to network. A lot of people in that Transfer Student Association are newer transfers that are looking to make friends and socialize and be more integrated as quickly as possible within the community. So start chatting up some people. And so tip number 2, you guys, is joining an intramurals team. And that's just a great way to be active, but sports are also a great way to be able to bond with people, especially after winning. And so one of my go-tos my first year after transferring was actually co-ed sports. So this is a great opportunity just to be able to meet people and play sports that aren't as competitive, because I know all sports that I've played that are only males get a lot more competitive and there's a lot more pressure. And so co-ed sports are great because it just keeps a lot more of a playful environment there while having a little bit of competitiveness as well. And my two go-tos in university for intramurals were 1, dodgeball, and 2, flag football. So those are great. And make sure that you attend the after sports winnings event. After sports games, a lot of people within clubs or intramurals like to go out to eat or go out to a party. So make sure you do that, so that way you're socializing, getting to meet more of these people, and that way ultimately being more integrated into the community, so that way you fully feel like you're not just a transfer student, but you're a student of that four-year university. And so tip number 3, you guys, is attend general interest meetings. So GIMs are great. They teach you about the clubs and hobbies that will ultimately you can get involved with. So a lot of these clubs are phenomenal because maybe you've had hobbies that are related to these things and you can still continue them with a lot more people. And so I would just go into these clubs, kind of hear how they do what they do, and if it interests you, get involved in the club or the organization. You're going to be a lot more people, are going to be more involved, and you're going to have an opportunity to, if you do stay long enough within the club, to have an executive position where you can actually ultimately be running the club with another group of people. And these are all great because you're hanging out with people or you're working out with people that have a very similar interest to you, aka the club that you're in. Hey guys, so tip number 4 is get to know your professors and your TAs. This will help a ton when it comes to getting the grades that you want. Because when you can ask a teacher or a TA what an A, B, or C is in their eyes, you can do the work that's required to get the exact letter grade that you want, because you ask them what type of criteria does it take to get an A, B, or C with you and whatever class that you're taking with them. So make sure to implement that and be on the good side of these people, because if anything's maybe on the cusp when it comes to grading and you're very close with them, ultimately they might sway things in your favor or they might not, but it's always better just to make sure that you have a positive experience and build up some rapport. A lot of students don't take advantage of this. Go to these office hours, meet these people directly, have it be on a name basis where they know you right when you're going in to meeting with them. And so that's great because you'll be on a better hand with these people. So tip number 5, you guys, is partying. So make sure to check out all the types of parties that are available, whether it be social clubs, regular parties, or Greek life parties, make sure that you check all these out because you want to see which one you're the most comfortable with. And you have to be in an environment where you feel like you're connected to a lot of the people there. You feel like it's a safe and fun environment because you will be spending a lot of your weekends going into parties, social events after long hours of studying and hustling in the library and grinding out as many exams and study sessions as you can. So make sure to check out all the party scenes. Don't just go to one just because all your friends go to it. Check all of them out to see where you feel the most comfortable with and where you ultimately will bond with the most. And you guys, thanks for staying tuned to the end. Bonus tip number 6. So I would highly recommend for your first year of transferring to make sure to stay on the university's campus your first year. A lot of transfer students that I talk to wanted to just save as much money as possible just to be able to, live off campus right away and just get the cheapest degree possible. The only thing with that is when you live on campus, there's a lot of on-campus activities that are just exclusive to on-campus students. And so you will get to know the campus more familiar. You'll get to know a lot of the people that you're rooming and boarding with. So that's social interactions right away as well. And you get to go to all the events that your organization, your living organization, or your community has. And so a lot of that is really cool because a lot of the communities provide a lot of fun stuff for you. Because I remember my experience, there was like a laser tag right outside. There was a basketball tournament, and you get all these fun activities that are right outside your living community while you're on campus. So make sure to take advantage of that as well. And that way you know how it works on campus before you go off campus. I spent 1 year on campus after I knew what the resources were, how to network with the people as much as possible within the buildings, because you will see that there's a lot of open door policies with a lot of other students within the communities that you're living in. So you'll be able to kind of meet and greet as many people as possible on your floor, and you'll be able to make friends a lot more quickly than you would living in a 3 or 4 person house and not knowing really how the on-campus environment is and where people tend to go to as well. But off-campus living is a lot more affordable and will be where a lot of the socializing and partying activities will be held. So just keep those in mind. And YouTube, thanks for staying to the end. Just make sure to subscribe and like the video and tell me if you've implemented these tips already and kind of what kind of results that you've seen with them, so that way I can share them with